Symbiota has many tools that enable quick and efficient digitization. One of these is the Skeletal data entry tool. This tool allows a data editor of a collection in a Symbiota portal to quickly create records with minimal data. The Skeletal data entry tool is often used to rapidly inventory a collection or to capture minimal data while imaging specimens. To access this tool, log in to your account, click My Profile, Occurrence Management, then the name of the collection for which you would like to enter skeletal data. Note that you need to have editor permissions for this collection to add skeletal records. In the Data Editor control panel, click Add Skeletal Records. This tool was designed with the understanding that collections are often organized taxonomically and sometimes geographically. So if you are digitizing a set of specimens, you are likely to be digitizing specimens of a similar taxon together, and potentially specimens from similar locations together. For example, some herbaria store specimens from certain countries within certain folders. The Skeletal data entry tool takes advantage of this potential organization by carrying taxonomic and geographic information over to subsequent specimens as you're digitizing. If you enter information into the fields of the tool, then add a record, that information, except for catalog number, will remain in its respective fields in case it also applies to the next specimen you are entering. From here, you can either change the information in the fields and add a new record, or you can keep the old information, enter a new catalog number, and add the next record. This can be an efficient way to catalog batches or folders of specimens that have similar basic information, but it does require a watchful eye to make sure that any differences between specimens are accurately entered. You can customize which fields are available on the Skeletal data entry form by clicking the Display Options button at the top of the Skeletal data box. Just check the boxes next to the fields you want displayed and click Closed. In the options, you can also specify whether you would like Symbiota to throw an error if an identical catalog number is entered. This is the Restrict Entry if Record Exists option, or if you'd like the data that you add via the Skeletal data entry tool to be added to any existing data for that catalog number. That is the Append Values to Existing Records option. Note that any data entered in this form will not copy over any existing data or append values within fields. For example, if you already have a value in the country field for a record and you attempt to change that through the Skeletal data entry tool, it will not work. For the scientific name field, once you start typing a value, a drop-down list will appear showing you possible values that exist in the taxonomic thesaurus. If you select one of these names, the authorship and family will be auto-populated based on the values in the taxonomic thesaurus. You can, however, edit these values if need be. The country, state, county, and exocadi fields, if shown, will similarly show drop-down lists when you start typing, and the processing status and language fields will be drop-down menus from the start. As you enter skeletal data and click Add Record, the newly added specimens will show up in the Records box below the Skeletal data entry form. If you realize that there was a mistake in data entry, or you'd like to review the records for any other reason, you can simply click on the catalog number of the record to view it in the Occurrence Editor. If you click the small icon to the right of the catalog number, you will be taken to the Images tab of that record, where you could upload an image. However, most images need some processing before they can be uploaded directly to the portal, so check with your portal manager before you design your workflow around uploading images individually. In the top right corner, you will see stats about your Skeletal data entry session, which can be helpful when evaluating your workflow and imaging setup for the most efficient system. You can also clear the values in your form by clicking the Clear Form button on the bottom right. And that's how you can use the Skeletal data entry form to quickly inventory or add data as you image your specimens. Feel free to reach out to your portal manager or the Symbiota Support Hub with any questions about this tool or digitization workflows.